of Lincoln's greatest gifts back to his home state is the creation of a land-grant university that educates people from all walks of life.
UIUC's founding in 1867 as a land-grant university is a regularly celebrated aspect of its history. The 1862 Morrill Act, which created the federal land-grant system and led to the creation of UIUC, is commemorated in physical landmarks throughout campus and is routinely referenced by the university's leaders. Perhaps most prominently, however, it is used to connect UIUC to the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the president who signed the Morrill Act. At the same time, UIUC strives to identify itself with social justice and the principles of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Sometimes this is directly connected to the idea of a land-grant university as an inclusive place. More recently, UIUC's efforts have included the practice of land acknowledgements, which recognize that the UIUC campus is based on lands taken from Native nations. However, one thing missing from the land acknowledgement, and often from the broader discussion around UIUC's connection to Indigenous land, is the actual reality of the Morrill Act. With UIUC's status as a land-grant institution, it may seem logical to assume that the land the university is on was granted by the Morrill Act. However, the Morrill Act did not grant UIUC the land on which the campus is based, or in fact any land in Illinois at all. Instead, the Morrill Act distributed more recently acquired territory, and turned UIUC and universities across the country into essentially real estate agents, granting them millions of acres of stolen Indigenous land, with the mandate to sell it and use the returns to fund their university. Make no mistake, UIUC is located on stolen Indigenous land. But on top of that, the founding of the university was predicated on the profits from hundreds of thousands of acres, which were taken from Native nations across the continent. That land, given to UIUC by the Morrill Act, is many, many times larger than the land of the campus itself. This is the story that we're going to explore. How Indigenous people were violently displaced and dispossessed from their lands, how the land-grant movement formed, with Illinois playing a central role, to take these stolen lands and funnel the revenue from them into universities' pockets, and how this massive wealth redistribution was essential in shaping UIUC into what it is today.